All right, time for our next up segment where we put the spotlight on entrepreneurs and founders really moving the needle on our economy, the markets, and technology. Today, we want to talk about what started out as actually a cookie company has now actually morphed into what is now a popular platform for wholesale distribution. Pod Foods is a tech-enabled grocery supply chain business offering businesses a cost-efficient service to distribute their products. Larissa Russell joining us right now. She's a co-founder and co-CEO of Pod Foods. This is a great concept because, look, everybody knows, anyone who's at least tried to start a food company knows that unless your name is Coca-Cola or PepsiCo, you're not getting on the shelves at a lot of these places. I know things have gotten a little bit better, but for those sort of startup companies, those new ones coming out with new products here, how does a platform like yours actually help them get exposure and, more importantly, get on the shelf?
Yeah, so Pod Foods, thank you for having me, by the way. Pod Foods is a B2B marketplace in the grocery supply chain. So it's a new business model in the space of grocery wholesale distribution. We're not so much dealing with the Coca-Cola scale brands. It's more the brands that would otherwise go through third-party distributors, or they're just starting out. And we've created a new business model in that space that's enabled by software and data. Typically, if you're going to work with a third-party distributor, it can be really cumbersome because it's opaque and it's slow just by nature of the middleman model where they're taking control over the pricing, buying and selling products. So for us, we're a B2B marketplace platform and we move through that product with full-service logistics.
So just to be clear, so if I'm starting a food brand, I mean, I know a lot of new food brands, they just kind of go direct to consumer, set up their website and hope that through social media and other marketing, they can get those folks there. How does this change that dynamic? So they don't necessarily have to be as reliant on a Kroger or a big grocery chain, but I see you're still partnering with delivery services as well as other platforms here.
So we are a full-service delivery alternative to the big distributors. We're a B2B marketplace platform, so we connect the brands and retailers directly online, but as orders come through from those retailers to the brands, we're able to facilitate the fulfillment of that product so that the retailers get a consolidated delivery like they would do through a traditional third-party distributor.
Right.
But we did it in a way that was asset light.
So, Larissa, your origin story is fascinating because you started off with a cookie company. That's what you were doing with your friend. You were baking these cookies and selling them, but you ran into a problem. Talk a little bit about how you turned that into a business idea.
Yes, it was very sudden. So we had this cookie business. We were out there in San Francisco selling our products to independent retailers around the area. And we were like these D2C brands that you're describing. We sold online. We had our Kickstarter. We had our online store. But when it came time to scale the business, we needed to be in retail. And we would go and talk to these retailers, and they had real problems with procurement of emerging, local, quick-growing items like ours. And so we started to look into the space for our options for distribution, and they were really limited. It's essentially a duopoly in the space for natural food distribution, and then the rest is direct sales or fragmented regional distributor networks. And so we thought, hey, we can use technology to not only solve this problem, but also add value back into the industry long term.
So I asked you to explain that because I'm curious, who is your customer? Who are you serving? Are you serving grocery stores or are you serving small food companies like what you once were?
Yeah, so it's both. I mean, it's a marketplace, so there's got to be a value on either side. For the retailers, the value to them is we act as the strategic secondary partner. So we specialize in emerging local brands, rotational items, seasonal in and out sorts of products. And we help these retailers with discovery and speed to shelf. We can move faster than any other solution. And of course, with logistics. So the retailers are coming to us for this catalog of products that they can't really get anywhere else at that scale and definitely not at that speed. And then on the brand side, the value to them is speed to scale. How can they access all of these retailers that are in our network and a growing network of retailers to build their brands in offline retail? And we're working with Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry, do you give the brands advice, particularly when it comes to manufacturing their products or marketing them, or more importantly, just inventory management?
Yes, absolutely. There's a big educational element for Pod Foods. And a lot of these brands are just starting out. It's their first presence in retail. Some of them are more mature and they're just working with us because they want that faster, more transparent solution for particular retailers. Recently, we've been working with a lot of celebrity brands who have huge built-in demand, and that's great for us. And we're able to help take that demand and translate it into physical retail in addition to just their online sales.
Larissa, thank you so much for explaining Pod Foods to us. Larissa Russell is co-founder and CEO of Pod Foods, and that was, of course, our next up candidate for the week.